I'm Ava, I'm with Inside Ambition, and we're here at the Student Involvement Fair today. We did not get a table, so we're going to talk to some other orgs about what their experience was getting a table, getting funding, getting recognized even. So let's hear what they have to say. So I'm here with some members of Drexel's Georgia Association. Can you tell us a bit about your org and how long you've been around, that kind of thing?
Hello. So this is a Georgian Association. There's a lot of Georgian students around Drexel.
This is Phi Delta Epsilon. It's a medical fraternity, but this is our pre-medical chapter here at Drexel.
Perfect Pair. It's this volunteer organization that pairs student volunteers with residents in assisted living homes, and we basically just connect them based off their matched interests. And they just meet every week and talk about what they're doing or like play fun activities.
We were formed sometime in the early 2000s and we're basically Drexel's, well, we used to label ourselves as Drexel's all-female a cappella group, but to be more inclusive, we're trying to sort of expand the name.
Drexel's Criminal Justice Society. Can you tell us a bit about your org, how long you've been around, that kind of thing?
I'm not sure how long we've been, at least all my time here, so at least 4 or 5 years. We're open to all majors, not just criminal justice, and we host events like going to Eastern State Penitentiary. We have people from Philly PD Crime Scene Unit.
So we started about 2 years ago, and we're a part of a larger organization in Philly, and we basically pilots our payments in lieu of taxes, and because Drexel is a nonprofit, they don't have to pay property taxes on all of the property that they own. So we're trying to get Drexel to pay what they would pay in property taxes to Philly public schools, which are very underfunded.
Well, we're here with TEDx at Drexel. Can you tell us a bit about your org?
Yeah, so we're a student-run organization that runs TED conferences here on campus, and we're going to have our first ever in-person one at Drexel on May 21st, so we're super excited.
Because of my STAR project, I did research with the Gondar Lab, and I worked with SIV pathogen resistance, which is the precursor to HIV, and it was just so amazing and inspiring that I started Biodiversity Buddies.
So we've been a club for about 10 years now. We cater to a lot of student interests, and when we go through the recognition process, what we really try to do is make sure that we have enough funds where we can support everybody's interests. We do a lot of projects, but we also do a lot of trips.
And I'm part of the Student Activity Fee Allocation Committee. Basically what we help out with is distributing a $2 million budget to different Drexel organizations and line items across the entire campus. So different practices would be making sure that your mission statement lines up with what you're asking for the next fiscal year, as well as making sure that all compliance information is found out as well. So like different things that we can't fund, things that we can fund. So catering we can fund, for instance, but raw meats and other cooking materials we cannot. Basically, if you're part of an organization, please reach out to your staff act team. Allocation season's out right now. They're due May 11th.
Can you tell us a bit what your experience was getting this table today, getting recognized as a student org? Has that gone well for you or badly?
Definitely poorly.
Recognition has always been pretty straightforward. Luckily, our e-boards are pretty staunch about getting that kind of thing done on time.
It was just a bit hard getting recognized because probably due to COVID regulations.
We have not had any problem being recognized of recent. We do a lot with the Drexel community. We're very involved with all the different colleges.
And between different categories of orgs, you have blue orgs, you have gold orgs. How do you determine which ones get funding? Do more recognized orgs, are they more likely to get funding from you guys?
So we actually only deal with the gold organizations. They're part of the SAFAC allocation funding. And the way that we're set up is by different grade levels. So a grade 1 gets about $1,250, while a grade 6 gets about $40,000.
Right.
They can apply for different grades over the course of the period. And it's also assigned a different allocation amount. So they can only spend so much on food, only so much on merchandise, etc.
Now, are you guys looking to get funding in the future? Are you going to go through that process, and what would you use it for?
So we are looking to get funding. Right now we rely on getting it from our national other chapters.
Yes, hopefully now being a gold organization, we can get that SAPEC funding so that maybe we can bring our organization to have field trips.
So since we're so new, we don't get a ton of money from SAFAC because it's such a linear process.
So they recently did cut down our funding, which has kind of impacted us.
Are there any limitations when it comes to funding?
I think it solely depends on if Drexel thinks that you need that much money. We haven't had issue getting money.
So it seems like the general consensus here today is that smaller orgs are having some issues going through campus engagement, going through all these steps and forms, getting recognized and getting funding. Meanwhile, the larger orgs that have been established quite a long time, such as the fraternities, don't seem to have those issues, have had a pretty smooth process with campus engagement, and COVID has definitely affected all these orgs with membership. So thanks for tuning in, and we hope to see you again next time.